I feel like it'd make the league grow as a whole, and overall I didn't really see him as a threat. I felt pretty confident when I was playing them.
Yeah, joining Devin into the league, we had a lot of confidence going in because Devin had played in the league before, and I was really hoping to make an impact in the league.
You know, coming into this league, I thought it was very cool. We added some more new players. I'm hoping for next year we get even more teams.
When the Bombers came into the league, I thought they would be a lot better than they actually ended up.
I think we won the first 2 or 3 games, and after that it just really spiraled and went out of control. We just had nothing to go off of, and the team just really fell apart.
No, really what I expected from them.
No, not at all, actually. I thought there's no pitching on that team, so I thought they were going to be, honestly, I thought they would be 0-win team.
The Backyard Bombers started off 2-1, and then all of a sudden, it went downhill.
Well, let's just talk about the Bombers story. Like, they started off absolute horrendous team. Alex was striking out a little more than usual. He wasn't putting that many balls in play.
The Backyard Bombers 3-9 start was actually kind of surprising because I had them higher, but they dropped to 4th place when I had them 32nd.
Honestly, I think he unexceeded my expectations. Besides the homers, I thought I thought he'd pitch better, but there was no bump game from him.
I was a little sad about that. I shed a few tears. It wasn't really what we wanted. I was kind of hoping for us to flip that around, maybe like a 9-3, maybe a 10-2. Didn't really work out though.
After going 3-9, the Backyard Bombers would face the team they would see in the wildcard game in a 3-game set to decide home team for the wildcard game. The Bombers were swept.
Devin, walks here and there, but, many games where he just couldn't find the ball to the bat, couldn't put stuff in play. Alex is the only one producing. That's not going to work on a team.
Devin had better years in the past, and 2020 he really took a step back, and I think that's really why the 3-9 start happened, and that's led to their downfall.
Yeah, we needed to make a change, and Devin clearly wasn't performing the way we had expected originally. Devin kind of understood that he wasn't the number 1 player on the team, and he's actually pretty understanding about that, and I took the manager role.
Going into the postseason, the Bombers were thinking, how the hell are we going to get past? They played in a series right before their wildcard game, and it wasn't even competitive. It wasn't even close. That led into the move heard around the world. What made them surpass you guys?
The pickup. He picked up Andrew Oppenheimer. In my opinion, it's the biggest pickup in CWBL history.
And I was able to make a change, bring Andrew up, and it clearly helped us out.
And I feel like that really played a role in the wild card and the playoff games because he was able to contribute, unlike Alex's other teammate.
I saw a post on Instagram, and I was interested in joining.
I think it might have been the second biggest move in CWBL history. When I traded Liam for Jake Futterman, I think that was probably the biggest influential move in CWBL history because we just ended up winning that World Series.
When I first got the news, it was very heartbreaking to me. But at least we got the ring, but initially it wasn't really what I wanted.
I took the manager role and kind of had to make a change. It was unfortunate we had to let him go, but we brought in a better player, and the outcome was definitely on our side.
I thought I was going to stay in through the whole year. Maybe me and Ty were going to pick up a championship together, but Lil Tony swooped in. They got a championship, so I'm still happy about that.
With the pickup of Andrew, complete opposite of Devin. He can pitch really well. He can hit really well. Devin didn't really have that, and Alex started putting more balls over the fence and more balls in play, which is why they could bring it up.
When the Bombers dropped Devin and picked up Andrew, I thought that was the smartest thing they could have done because Andrew is Alex's brother. So the chemistry was already there. They've practiced in the backyard multiple times, played together in the backyard multiple times. Alex knew what he has and knew what he needed to be competitive, and he brought that to the team.
I felt there needed to be a change. I felt I needed to step up.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time working with Andrew in the facilities alongside Felipe, Rodrigo, and Miguel as they really helped transform into the pitcher that we wanted to see in the postseason, and it clearly worked out for him.
I thought Andrew had at least 1 or 2 more years before he would make it to the CWBL level. I thought he would be in the minors for a little longer, so him coming up to the postseason was not the ideal thing that I saw happening for the team, but when the team, they needed anything that could help them, and I think that was the most important move and the best thing they could have done in that scenario.
Going into the playoffs, the Backyard Bombers had completely reformed their roster, and the starting lineup consisted of both Oppenheimer brothers looking to dominate the postseason.
I was really confident. I thought that we were going to win, but then right in the first inning, home run, triple, just they couldn't stop hitting. Goldie couldn't do anything about it, I tried making my plays in the field. I've made that really good catch in center field, almost got the double up. That would have been extremely clutch. Goldie wasn't finding it that day, just like most days. And, they were just hitting home runs and getting on base. And I was trying to do that, but I wasn't getting that much help. I tried pulling him, but he wanted to stay in. And I trusted him as a coach, and never again will I trust him.
Yeah, wildcard game, we went up, I think, something like 7-0 in the first inning. It was a really impressive start. Bats were working. I think I had 2 home runs. Andrew put up 1. And the next inning, I remember he let up a 3-run home run. And I pulled him off to the side. I said, you don't need to worry about that. We got the bats under control. We're swinging it well. We actually didn't score until, I think, the top of the 5th inning, or top 4, top 5. And at that point, it was 7-6, as Andrew let up 3 more runs. Really unfortunate. He made good pitches, but they put bat on the ball. And going into the top of the 5th, we scored 2 more, and I think it was 9-6. We were able to shut the door in the bottom of the 5th, and we got the win.
After winning the wildcard game, the Backyard Bombers would go on to face the Campo Cougars in a tough, fought-out series. The 0-1 is swallowed into center field. It's gone. A walk-off home run from Sam. Struck him out looking. Has anyone ever had more strikeouts in a postseason game? The Bombers would have to face 3-time Cy Young winner, 2-time MVP and World Series winner, Sam Petrosino.
Yeah, he definitely throws the ball harder, more movement, and a little bit more difficult to pick up.
Just before the whole game, I think it was going to be a hard-fought game, just knowing that we got one of the best hitters, one of the best pitchers in the league, just battling. He couldn't touch me the whole game, so I felt pretty confident that we would win that game, come down to the last inning. That was probably one of my best playoff pitching games I've had. Not allowing to run to one of the best, probably the best hitter in the league. But we won game 1, walk-off. Hit a walk-off homer. That was the only source of runs we had, 1-0. When I stepped to the plate, I kind of just knew it was game time. Locked in, stepped up. I forget who was pitching. Was it? I think it was Alex. It was Alex Oppenheimer. So I kind of knew he was going to leave something hanging there. So I just took it and just ripped it right out of the park.
Well, yeah, I quickly realized that I actually wasn't a pitcher. And that didn't apply until after the World Series, which happened later. But Andrew then came in. He was able to pitch really effectively.
After winning Game 1, the Campo Cougars took an early Game 2 lead, with Sam hitting a 3-run home run. But the Bombers weren't done yet. Alex Oppenheimer would hit 2 2-run bombs in back-to-back at-bats to help the Backyard Bombers overtake the 3-0 deficit. After this momentum swing, the Backyard Bombers ended up beating the Campo Cougars 3-1 and advancing to the World Series.
It was a close battle.
We came in there, we were aggressive, and we were able to definitely put the series away.
Game 2, it was close. I blew it at the end though, gave up a couple runs. Tried getting back into it. Bats just weren't moving in the last inning, so that's what happens.
Both series, they were similar, as we were able to pull through and get the wins.
I mean, when you only have one pitcher and then no other fielder, you kind of rely on strikeouts because I know if the ball's on the ground and it's not to me, it's a base hit. Aiden wasn't bad. never really played wiffle ball before, so it would help having another teammate who had the same experience.
The Backyard Bombers would have to face the 14-4 dominant Dingers in a World Series heavily favored towards the Dingers.
Yeah, there's a really great season that they had. A really impressive team all around, definitely pitching and hitting.
But then when I saw their team against me in the finals, I was like, I thought we had it, but obviously that wasn't the case. After we won Game 1 on a walk-off grand slam, I think that really set the mood for the series, and then we won Game 2.
And we actually went down 2-0 in the first 2 games, and we were able to kind of regroup, and we realized that his pitching was a little bit different than what we'd seen previously. We were able to make an adjustment and turn the series around.
And then Game 3, my teammate Snake had a hell of a game. But, I wasn't as good as I should have been. And, that led to the shot heard around the world.
It's not looking good for the Bombers right now. Andrew, it's a fly ball to left. Is that gone? That got out? Oh my God, the Bombers won Game 3 and a walk-off and a run by Andrew. After Game 3, the Dingers did not score another run in the World Series, and the Backyard Bombers cruised to an easy 4-2 victory in the World Series.
Yeah, that was really important for us. Obviously won us the game, and that was a huge momentum swing for us going into the next few games. And we were able to be more confident at the plate, knowing that he could hit the ball out and just going at a normal approach.
Dingers were up 2-0. I thought they were gonna close it out, but can't never trust Straw in the World Series.
It would have been the time of my life. Me and Tanya are raising that trophy, and later that night probably get with it. But yeah.
In the World Series, I saw that Alex swing the bat very, very well, and then he was accompanied by his brother who pitched very well and got the bat on the ball. I think that Alex, the way he was swinging the bat, the way little Tawny was pitching, I think it was over.
Losing the World Series was tough. The league's been around for 4 years. I don't know how much longer I have. I'm the only player that's not won a World Series. And, I want to win. And I've been putting out a contender for the last 3 years. Our first season was not the greatest. But I've been putting out a contender for the last 3 years, and I thought this one could really be the year after going up 2-0, and the momentum we just lost it. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously a surprise based on the first few games of the season, but coming into the World Series, we were really confident, and we were able to put the season away.